Support for City Series Boys Football is provided by the Akron Public Schools Career Education Department at 330-761-3131 or apscareers.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to Buchtel High School for City Series action. Today's contest pits the Buchtel Griffins as they're coming out in their black and gray unis against the visiting Kenmore Cardinals. The Buchtel Griffins already clinched the regular City Series championship and punched a ticket into the championship game next week against the Dragons. They're undefeated in City Series play, 7-2 overall. Kenmore coming in at 1-8, looking for play spoiler here in this rivalry game on week 10. Nice cool fall afternoon as Dave Schick and Joe Pukansky join you today, and for the Griffins they continue to build on their success, which would be, I believe, their 6th straight wins, Dave, if they can get this today.
Yeah, there we go, undefeated in the City Series and mathematically out of the playoffs as we reviewed, but another great season for them, going to the City Series championship without any losses, and they'll play an East team, which they played. East played them very well through about 3.5 quarters, and then just both teams kind of built on speed and just who makes more mistakes, really. Almost a carbon copy in some ways of each other. But they'll take on the Kenmore Cardinals, which has had a tough year so far. Yeah,
as you look at their sideline depth, a big issue as they're set to kick off, and they've been ready to kick off.
They've been out there for a while, waiting for the band to come off, team to come out. Yeah, wait for all the seniors to come out.
Caleb Bauer is going to kick it off here. Kenmore in the white with the red pants and red numbers. Caleb Bauer is going to kick off. Back deep for the Griffins. Brandon McGinnis and Tyrese Pace. Field in really good shape for week 10.
I don't know what
about 50 degrees and
about
no
30.
Wind, which is nice for Peter upstairs.
Oh,
they try an onside kick, and they got the ball. I mean, they had the ball, but I don't know if he slipped or what happened there, but he didn't look up.
On the return, number 17, Daquan Vincent. Tyreek Vincent, sorry.
And it went the 10 yards. If the up back for Kenmore would have had his head up, he actually could have
right there.
Maybe made a play on it and caught it. As is, Buchtel going to take over on their own 47. Pierce Taylor set in the shotgun, 6'1" junior. He's going to go deep on the first play of the game, and he's got a man open down the sidelines. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Buchtel strikes first and fast, 13 seconds into the ball game. Nice throw and catch.
Yeah, 1 for 1's good for 53
I'd say
yards and a touchdown.
That's effective.
And you scored in 13 seconds. So that'll be a fun stat to talk about later. First drive, 13 seconds.
Pierce Taylor, 53-yard strike. Going deep on the first play. I like it. No hesitation. Reception by Harvey. High snap. And look at this. They got a shot.
And a lateral. I thought he was going to throw it for a second.
And I got to tell you, it's actually a great presence of mind. And there's no risk there because you can't return that for a score. So you might as well try to keep it going on the high snap conversion. No good, though. And Buchtel leads quickly in this one as they go deep. Erase the doubt right away.
You could say someone wasn't happy about not making the playoffs.
Yeah,
but an outstanding play, really. I mean, I think Kenmore came out with kind of a trick play, and they came out just doing just doing what they do, 1 for 1, 53-yard touchdown down the sidelines. A miscue on the snap there for the extra point, but outstanding play overall.
So the quick strike and score. 53-yarder. And now Buchtel will kick off for the first time.
And they're kind of in a different formation, all kind of
going this bunch. I've seen a little bit at the college level. I think it's harder for the blockers to kind of mark their guys that way.
Yeah, unless to decide where the lane is, they're going to come right side.
But they get a pretty nice return. On the return, number 10, John Tell Palmer, and Kenmore will start at their own 32-yard line.
Now on the tackle, Dylan Henderson. Well, it's basically like we started with the ball. Because we're taking over with 11:39.
They got plenty of time. And Kenmore, they'll challenge us with the no-huddle offense. Caleb Bowers looks like he's taking the signals. And joining him in the backfield, I'll have to find out who that is.
Nice. Oh boy.
You hesitated. That's
13 hands the ball off to 1 who goes down. Who
Andrew Stovall. Loss of about 2 yards. Kenmore, huge underdogs coming into this one.
I wonder if he just has a different jersey on.
Who played quarterback for them last time?
Daniel Spaunt.
Yeah.
That's what I would guess. Different jersey because they have these are the newer jerseys.
Back to pass.
Oh, just
slips, and he had some running room.
On the touch for the sack is going to be Javon Martin, number 51 of the Griffins.
Loses a yard on the play. Bring up loses a few yards on the play. Third and about 15.
I'm going to call it now. He's number 13.
Daniels bought?
I think so, yeah. Which is weird, like they wouldn't have a number.
Yeah. Back to pass, and he's going the wrong direction.
56, 51, and 16.
And the good news is he wasn't in the end zone. The bad news is they're going to punt from from in their end zone.
And he went back and really just no protection, no time at all given by the offensive line. As soon as he got it, he's backpedaling, just trying to find something to throw the ball away in a decent area, and had nothing there.
Try to find out that jersey number if we can. 4th and lots. Punt is blocked, and again, fortuitously, it goes out of the end zone because it would have been 6, but as it is, it will be a safety.
O'Shea Foster on the block there, coming through, number 56.
O'Shea, already one of our career education players of the game, doing it on special teams. And Buchtel, it looks like they're going to try to leave no doubt today. So the good news is Kenmore will move up and kick it from the 20. The bad news is they're down 8 in a hurry.
Kenmore Cardinals 0.
Woo! Well, we knew it was going to be a football game. O'Shea Foster.
We didn't
on the
know
block.
we didn't think it was going to be close, but
well, no time at all. They're getting right through the gaps. It's like they almost have the signal count, and they're hedging through it with the speed of the Cardinals.
And by the way, I love their uniforms too. I love the black. I love the black and gray. Now that is a good gray number. Look how easy that is to see. Boom. Wonder if they'll wear them next week for the championship game too. And if a game like this, what Buchtel wants to do is they want to keep that foot on the gas in the first half and set the tempo for next week. Bowers now will kick off for the second time. This time he boots it deep. Returned by McGinnis. He's got a lane. And he's brought down all the way down to the 40.
18-yard return for McGinnis.
Brandon McGinnis returns that to the 40-yard line.
Tackle on the play by Andre Skinner.
Stopped by Andre Skinner and Laquan Davis.
Might have saved a touchdown.
So in under 3 minutes, you got a touchdown and a safety. It's gonna be a long day. That's when you look up in the definition, that's what they define as a long day.
Taylor under center this time, joined in the backfield by Hall and Sams. Hall, the fullback.
In tight on there.
Sams follows him through, and he breaks 3-4 tackles. Kenmore stripping for the ball, but they can't bring him down. Impressive run of 15 for Sams.
Marquis Sams on a bruising carry. Finally brought down by a host of Cardinals, led by Caleb Bowers.
A nice job keeping his, bumping his feet, going through it. And he had a lot of Kenmore Cardinals trying to strip that ball out while he was still up, but kept it very tight in his arm. And their offensive line is tight there.
Yeah, tight splits here. Sams again, and he's going to go. 5-10, touchdown, untouched, 29 yards.
Sams on the carry.
24 yards.
24. Scoreboard.
I'll give him 24.
How about 2 carries, 39 yards, and a touchdown in less than 3 minutes in?
It is 9:01 in the first quarter.
Buchtel has shown up on this Saturday. Leaving no doubt.
Devin Wesson.
They're going to try the extra point this time, see if they can convert. Taylor gets the snap down, and it is drilled right through the uprights.
And it is good. 9:01 left in the first quarter.
And with 9:01 in the first quarter of play, in quick fashion, it's
0.
Buchtel 15, Kenmore 0.
City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Career.
It's okay.
Supported by Akron Public Schools, offering a free lunch for every elementary student and a free breakfast for every student. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. That's why when you try and write and talk, it's bad combination.
Well, partner, here, let me give you a total yardage update for the Buchtel Griffins. 3 plays, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. For the Kenmore Cardinals, 3 plays, negative 20 yards. And a safety on a block punt.
That's tough.
Total domination in 2 minutes and 59 seconds. Buchtel to kick off. They kick it deep.
He dropped it. He doesn't pick it
Caught
back up.
and picked up, and he's got a lane on the outside, but he's tripped up.
Pushed out by number 7, Dylan Henderson.
Phil Palmer on the return. Pushed out of bounds by Dylan Henderson.
Palmer on the return.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals from the 29-yard line.
You know when I offered the 2 games, Joe? You should have taken the other one.
I can't do that to you.
Be a quick one.
You're the voice.
Vaughn.
Moving, man in motion, fakes the jet sweep. They come back with a counter, and Bowers is absolutely smothered.
Yeah, and there's a miscommunication there. It seemed like he almost tried to give the ball to Stovall coming down in the motion, so he keeps the ball out. He doesn't tuck it back in to give any depiction that he doesn't have the ball. You know, he's not trying to hide it and then bring it back out as the other guy comes around.
He almost handed it off to Javion Martin, who just completely filled from that defensive tackle, and O'Shea Foster in there as usual. They're going to go deep right into your living room here, and that one almost picked off. Pass intended for
number 20. That's all we got.
We got 85 numbers and no number 20 or no number 13.
Pass intended for number 20.
That's all I got.
Yep, that's all I got.
He's got 1 target. Who ran the ball last time?
Ball incomplete.
Bowers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3rd down. Swings that one out to the official. He doesn't catch it. He had plenty of running room, Dave, if he did catch it. But he wanted no part of it.
I don't know if I would want. These guys can tackle well, and they're a lot younger than you
well,
are.
he knows he had a lot of opening, but they have a lot of closing speed. And that would have been their first positive yardage play if a set of side judge could have came up with it, but he didn't.
I mean, he's got the right color jersey on. He got a white jersey.
4th down and punting situation here.
20 in motion.
Back to punt is Skinner.
I don't know why we have motion on a punt. And now we're moving back.
Yeah, you know they do this.
Yeah. That's a great time.
They get it blocked this time, but that one, oh boy.
So
It's going to be
a net of
about 8 yards, 10 yards maybe.
Oh, he's getting a good spot.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay.
And with the 8:06 left,
Why'd you walk all the way down there?
How about a 4-yard punt, and Buchtel going to take over again.
30-yard line.
And Kenmore can't get out of this first quarter foul. They can't get out of their own way, partner. Even their punt yardage.
That's why I
Short.
read one of my spots on the turn, and we might not have any time to read them later. There'll be no breaks.
Taylor back in, joining him again. Sam's on one side, split to the other.
I like this tight formation, though.
They swing it out, good hands. Makes 1 man miss, makes 2 man miss, and then brought down. Ronell Gable with the reception, and he'll move the chains.
Pass complete to Ronell Gable Jr. Finally brought down by number 20 of Kenmore.
It's our net gain.
Give him 13 on the game. First and 10 in the red zone. Once again, the Griffs. The 19.
Yeah, wide open up the center. Great tackle by Caleb Bowers on the back of him.
Amos Johnson on the carry.
Amos Johnson in at fullback on the carry.
Juan Davis.
Plows it forward for 4. Second and 6, 7 minutes. Fakes it to Johnson, the end around, and I think he's going to get in the end zone. Day 5-10, touchdown, wide open, no contain there.
Touchdown, Michael Connolly.
Michael Connolly is, we're going to have to use about 3 sheets, I think, today, Dave, because they're going to let a lot of guys touch it.
I think we're going to have a whole secondary roster in here.
So Amos
again,
Johnson got a carry, and then Connolly on the end around goes 15 yards for the score. You keep track all those scores, partner? Out of the way. 21, they look to add to it. Kick down, and it's pounded through line drive. Good.
It is good.
And 6:55 still left in the first quarter. All Griffins, 22-0. Dominated it in every fashion. Special teams, offensively, defensively, they're just showing why they're the class of the City Series. Going to defend that championship, and next week they'll have a chance to do it like we do in basketball, win a regular season and a tourney championship, as though we'll meet these Dragons. Friday night in postseason, we'll have it here for you.
Back deep to receive for the Cardinals.
And watch us and rekindle the memories.
And Caleb Bowers.
It's going to be closer than this.
Right now, they're just looking to sharpen things up and keep everybody healthy. They're off to a great start so far. Oh, slipped. Yeah. Nice run as he gets out. They broke contain on Harvey and got outside. Good return for Kenmore. Their best play so far.
Number 20 on the return.
Yes.
Mysterious number 20 on the return. by the air blast. It'll be
Darius
first and
Wood,
10 for
maybe?
the Cardinals at that 44-yard line.
I don't know.
He's got 3 numbers.
I don't know. Thank you, New Jersey.
Back in the backfield. Fought. High snap. Fakes the, and I think it was supposed to go to Bowers, but they blew up the play. Tackle
Javion
in the
Martin,
back
number
for
51.
Javion Martin, having a nice ball game.
Daniel Ball on the carry.
-7.
Sacked in the backfield.
And they have not had a play in the positive direction yet.
Well, some of the returns have been in the positive.
Yes, they have.
direction.
Yes, they have. Their last play was their best.
Technicality.
No.
I think at
Agreed,
this
Mr.
point,
Agree to
you're
disagree.
just gonna
Dave
have
Schicks
to air
in
it
the
out.
house.
Just air it out. Great presence in the pocket.
Actually, a good
No
throw,
help.
but the
No help on that
receiver Stovall fell down.
one. Ain't getting any help.
Stovall plays a lot of quarterback for him.
Don't have any positive plays. You can't throw a little flag my
Third and
way.
long for the Cardinals.
And here's their other quarterback listed, Dave.
Yeah,
Anthony Wright, so maybe it's him.
could be Anthony Ray. And number 20 could be Vaught. Yeah, well, add a 0 to 2. Yeah, 20. That's his last number. I don't know. There's no number 2 on the sideline.
Lays it up, too tall.
Stovall's second target.
0 for 4 now passing are the Cardinals.
Pass
And
intended
a
for
third and out
Stovall.
here in the first quarter.
Ball's incomplete. Dylan Henderson on the coverage again.
Yeah, that's what my guess is.
Flag
on the
down.
play.
First flag of the ball game. Halfway into the first quarter. It's going to be a hold on the defense, I believe. Yes, it is.
Holding called against the Griffins.
Boy.
Boy, that is not much of a. Did he seriously? What is the official doing? Did you see how he marked it off?
No.
Not very good.
So they mark off the
He's just like, I don't know. How about right here?
This is about 10.
That'll replay third down. 3rd and 8 now.
As I said, you don't
It's
measure.
Saturday.
You don't measure on Saturday.
Nope.
Jerome Hall is number 20.
We got it.
See, maybe my guess was wrong. 13.
Yeah, just to make sure.
Okay.
There's a good throw low. I thought it hit the ground from here, but the ref was obviously closer to it, and they give him the catch.
Where'd the guy go that said it?
Upstairs.
Pass is complete. Good for a
I should have
first
Peter
down
ask
for
him.
the
He could send us a
Cardinals.
note down.
Well, there's about 6 numbers now.
Hey, first down.
Out in the outfield.
Wow, great catch.
Or out in the outfield, out in the flat. Reached
thought
it
that
out
was
and
a
then
catch.
dropped the ball.
Yeah,
Pass
number 6.
intended for
Caleb Bowers on the catch.
Caleb Bowers.
They called it incomplete, though. So we need these two.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals.
Still working on numbers. 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals. Still 5:17 left in the first quarter.
Who caught the pass for 9 yards?
That number, another number that you don't
84?
have. Yeah. Scramble forward, and the ball is fumbled. But he got it back. Bobbled it a
Ball
little.
on the keeper.
Give him 4 on the keeper.
That'll bring up 3rd
First
and
positive
5.
rushing play of the night for the Cardinals. Bring a 3rd and 6.
About just under 5 minutes in this first quarter, they got some positive yards. A first down, positive yards. Rolling. Where you drop the mic.
Or the flag.
Oh.
Flag on the play. False start called against Kenmore.
And the positive yardage negated. 3rd and about 10.5 now.
3rd and a long 10 for the Cardinals.
Bowers back in the backfield. Trips left. Single receiver to the right side. Drops back to pass. It goes up deep. And that's going to be too long for everybody, but we have more contact. Man, that might be the point of emphasis here this year, because we've seen more defensive holdings than we have pass interferences this year.
84. Ball's incomplete, but there's a flag on the play.
I think this is also a combination of 22-0 with 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
And that should be just short of a first down if they mark it off. He did a much better job marking it off this time.
Just short.
It's got to be short, right?
Yeah.
3rd and 1 for Kenmore.
Second defensive holding. 4:30 and counting here in the first quarter. They're trying to jam him out there on the backside. It's bounced outside, and you're not going to beat the Griffins outside.
Good stiff arm, and Dylan Henderson right there to do enough to get him out of bounds.
Pushed out of bounds by Dylan
About
Henderson.
-2 on the play, and it's pretty obvious that Kenmore are going to go for it in this situation.
4th and 2 for Kenmore.
4th and 2 from their 42-yard line. Buchtel playing cover 0 here. Nobody back for help. They are daring them to go up top against them.
Well, and I know
Man
the ball hasn't been there, but yeah, one-on-one coverage, which is better than what you're doing running the ball.
No free safety back.
2 or 3 on one against your running back.
Put a lot of pressure on your DBs that way, but a great job there dropping into coverage by Dayun Henderson, and he tips that away on 4th down. The ball will go back to the Griffins.
The Griffins take over on down.
Good route out there by the wide receiver on the slant, but
yeah, still ball.
But a nice job by the outside backer, kind of slipping into coverage there and just getting his paw on it.
Yeah, and
turn it over.
That's the tough part, because didn't look off his receiver at all.
No.
Keep his eyes on him the whole time. The linebacker slid over to where he was, and then you put him right into double coverage.
Unsportsmanlike penalty after the play on Kenmore, so that'll be tacked on 15 with a possession.
He didn't move anywhere on the penalty.
Oh, and there's another one.
Another flag on the play.
This looks like on an assistant coach.
I think it's on the sideline.
Yeah, but he was over where almost the assistant coach was. He was in his ear.
I think they might capture the flag, not give it back to him. He can't throw it if he doesn't have it. Throw that thing in the stands. Now they're going to talk it over.
Well, they
ejection.
had the flag before.
Yeah, but they didn't mark it off.
They didn't mark it off. I don't know what that symbol is.
Cooler heads prevail. There they threw it. Put that thing in your pocket over there, yard marker guy.
So what was our...
I don't know, but if it's on Boyd, Boyd's a
That's
former
2.
Buchtel assistant.
I think it's 2 of them. But we're going a far distance.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the other one was on the sideline.
I think they both. Yeah, the second one was for sure. Did they toss somebody? They might have tossed somebody. We don't need this delay. Let's go.
No, I think we're talking with the coach over here. I don't know if he's offensive or defensive coordinator.
Boyd's out on the field talking to the official, and then somebody's talking to the side judge. They don't have enough players to afford to get anybody tossed. I think somebody might have got run. Which you don't see in football. Yeah, he's leaving.
Yeah, he's leaving.
That's right. I think he's headed home.
Oh, that was me.
I'd kick over the pylon. Do the Lloyd McClendon, take the pylon.
You're already going out, not in a great light, Joe. Kicking a pylon over. It's poor sportsmanship.
Yeah, but it's funny. Well, good defense there by Kenmore.
Sam's on the carry. Stopped immediately.
Yeah, see, you don't look good when you walk off by yourself.
Was that McGinnis on the carry? No room to run. No, Sam's. He had no room to run on that one. Actually lost a yard.
Now you're having me watch him walk out to see if he does anything.
Bad snap, but Taylor does what he can with it and gets outside. And he's run out of bounds and then some.
Here's Taylor on
Give
the
him 6 on the carry.
Gain of about 6. Finally pushed out of bounds by Caleb Bowers.
Oh, man, we have seen it all.
I don't know what's going on.
He was ejected.
Where'd he go? He disappeared.
He walked outside the fence.
Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, this is a no smoking facility.
He gone.
There's no smoking
I've never
here.
seen an ejection that early. I've never seen a coach ejection. That was early too.
You said something.
3rd and about 6 now. Man in motion. Go trips. They're going to flood it to the right and swing it out here.
Great blocking by the receivers
Excellent
in front of him.
Blocking by the receivers. Number 4, Tyrese Pace.
Yeah, Derek Harvey Jr.
Ronell Gable
and
Jr.
Gable blocking in front of him.
Yeah, and Harvey doing a great job.
But not before he picks up a first down. 1st and 10, Griffins.
Pace got hit pretty hard. He wasn't expecting to come through with all the speed and then get knocked back like that.
Give Pace 17 and Buchtel driving again.
It's something we don't see too much more of, that kind of flank route, just kind of going out that way.
McGinnis now in at quarterback. He fakes it, little wildcat action. He bluffs and goes out, but
he got the back of his shorts.
Yeah, nice pursuit there.
You got to pull your drawers back up. Someone got him.
Andrew Stovall corrals him down after a gain of 1.
Chased down from behind by Andrew Stovall. Gain of 1 brings up 2nd and 9 for the Griffs.
2:45 left in the first quarter. Clock running there. Still running. Buchtel in no rush here as they set up shop. Taylor back in under center. They'll give it to the second man through, and good pursuit by Kenmore. They are looking, the defense looking much more fired up now. Sams gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Fred Roberts with the tackle.
And immediately stopped by a host of Cardinals. Led by Caleb Bowers.
Be a nice hold here for the Cardinals if they could do it.
Brings up 3rd and 9 for the Griffs.
Swings it out, and they were all over that.
That was a 50-50 ball between
it was.
him and Stovall.
They came back with that same swing pass, and it was not there. Stovall again on the coverage. He's doing a nice job defensively in this drive. First incompletion for Taylor. But we have a flag down, illegal shift, and it's declined. 4th down now, and a chance for Cardinals to hold. 4th and 9.
Kenmore declines it. Brings up 4th and 9.
I love high school. 4th and 9. We're going to go 4 wide.
That's right. Why not? Shotgun snap is back. Taylor with time to throw.
Wow, he
corner of the end zone.
He made the tackle, but still made a better catch.
It is caught in the corner. Nice job adjusting to the football. Ronell Gable Jr.
18 yards out for the strike, gets another touchdown to him.
His second reception. Oh, but there's a flag down. Hold on.
Oh, my.
I should have definitely went in pencil today.
And there could have been a flag because he was there early, not looking at the ball, making a tackle. And
Yeah, but there's no flag over there.
Early.
Yeah.
Still made the catch.
It's going to be on the Griffins, and that's coming back. Great throw and catch, but it's negated by their third holding penalty of the first quarter. 2 defensively and now 1 offensively. That's going to make it 4th and quite a bit.
And he gets the
He
touchdown.
4th and
rocketed to the
22 now.
side.
Yeah, it was a good throw.
Great spiral on it by
4th and
Taylor.
quite a bit for the Griffs on the
It
30-yard
ruined my.
line.
I know. Why do we mark it in pen?
Same play? Actually, now I'd run the post. Fake the flag. Boom, boom, double move post. Right back to him. Go the other side. Oh, that's going to come back too. They ran the same play. No, they did. They ran the post. They listened. That one
Took a hard hit.
is going to be a
Does
motion
Taylor.
penalty as well, I
Pass
believe.
intended for Ronell Gable Jr.
Fred Roberts in there on the pressure.
Another flag on the play.
Oh, just a sideline warning.
Sideline
Turnover
warning.
on downs. So Taylor,
I think
incomplete,
officials
going to Gable.
officials trying to keep this thing together, but sideline warning. You can get one of them a game because it doesn't cost you anything.
I know he's been. Coach Powers has been very on his sideline with his players, is keeping them off.
Yeah, he's good.
I've seen him at least twice already in this.
We used to have a
first
guy
quarter,
in high school. He was like one of our assistant managers, an adult. That was his job. He's like, get back. And you got to stay between the 30s. Just weird rules.
It's marked off. I thought he was doing a pretty good job. I must have missed something. In duress.
Throws
Trying
it
to throw
deep. Good
Oh,
throw,
great throw.
and catch. Jerome Hall goes up. And Kenmore, since the ejection, has come out with more life defensively now, getting their first down as well.
33 yards on the throw.
For the Kenmore Cardinals.
Really nice play to go up and high point that by Jerome Hall.
And now we know who he is.
They're going to come back to him again. Nope, they're going to go that right side. Another beautiful throw.
And you can
Just
say
out of
what
the
you want,
outstretched
but
hands.
That's a good play for them. One-on-one coverage.
Number
If he has time to throw it up there, that's not a bad play call for what we've seen so far from him.
Well, the way Buchtel's playing defensively with
Yeah.
that cover zero and press coverage, that's the read. You do have one-on-one coverage, and I know it's not a high percentage throw, but if you can get separation, which they had there too, that was a good throw. Just couldn't come down with it. A little bit, maybe just about a quarter step too far for him. They're back in 4 wide. Bowers in the backfield. Man in motion. And they give it to Bowers, and he runs right into O'Shea Foster for a loss. And Bowers just doesn't have a chance to get anything going.
No, their delay play it's not working because there's so much penetration by the Buchtel defensive line. When you're delaying it, now you're just giving them more opportunity to be where they're at, handing the ball off, and it's an instantaneous 2-yard loss. You don't get any forward motion out of it.
Yeah,
I
first
could
contact's
see
coming in the backfield every
Almost
time.
an I formation would be better for them. That way you're running through. That's a drop.
That's a good throw against his body. He had the man open in the flat.
Number 5.
Javier Salter,
Sam's on the coverage.
the intended target,
12 for the Cardinals.
incomplete. And just like that, it's 4th down. And this is a long first quarter. You don't believe me?
You know, I think just at the end of the year they like to take their time.
Well, a lot of incompletions, some penalties.
Yeah.
Throws it off his
Oh.
back foot, and that one might as
Intercepted,
well
yeah.
drop that one. But he'll take the interception. Well, maybe not. They were dancing back there. Tyrese Pace again. He's been all over the field, both sides of the football. He gets the INT and about a 15-yard return.
Well, they got to where the first down marker was, just for the other team.
And that one was just thrown up for grabs. Because I understand you got to get it up there on 4th down.
Yeah.
But maybe let go of it a little bit early, and off of the back foot, it kind of floated on him.
He should have stayed in there, taken the hit, and made the throw.
Should be the last play of the first quarter here. Taylor back under center. Got double tights and twins to the left side. Sweep to the left, and the football is dropped. It's dropped again, and I think the Griffins got it back somehow. 4 Kenmore guys back there, but
on the fumble recovery, Kenyon Burney, number 58.
That's a great job by the offensive lineman to get on that, Burney. And we have a man down. So D'Angelo Johnson, who was a running back there, he bobbled the pitch, and sometimes when that happens, you lose your footing, and or you're not ready to brace yourself for a hit like most running backs are.
I think Burney may have landed on him as well.
Yeah.
Burney,
trying to recover
6'4", 240 pounds. On Johnson, 5'9", 210 pounds, but coming in hard for the ball.
So it'll go as a 4-yard loss. Recovered by Burney, as you mentioned. And that was my fault because I said that would be the last play of the first quarter, but we have a stoppage, and it will be.
You are wrong.
Yeah, they can run it. Actually, it is. Look, they're already marking it off.
City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, offering the International Baccalaureate program at Firestone High School. It's a rigorous 2-year program designed to meet the highest academic standards for any high school student in the world. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. Also, City Series football right here at APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools Career Education Department, where Akron students have access to over 1,000 different apprenticeships, international credentials, and career education programs before they graduate from high school. For more information, apscareers.com. I have to admit, I'm kind of off the wheel a little bit. Changed up roles. I don't know what I'm doing over here. I'm trying to take stats. It also doesn't help that I had like 6 scores in about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, we're putting the pressure on you today. This is a tune-up for everybody. Tune-up for the Griffins for next week.
Tune up for my demotion in
Tune-up
life.
for you.
Welcome, Dave.
You might be here next week for the game. Oh, there isn't one. Start of the second quarter. Split backfield. And that's a good throw and catch. One move. Nice one. And a good throw and catch. Big yardage on first down. DJ Harvey on the reception, his second.
32 yards.
32-yard reception. And I got Pierce Taylor 4 for 5 for 115 yards so far in the ballgame with a touchdown. Also had another one called back.
Who caught that? Harvey.
Harvey, his second reception.
He's got a 53 and a 32-yard.
I'd say big play guy.
Yeah.
Sweep to the left side. Another running back in.
Right in the back of his defender. That's great running back running. Puts his hand on him.
Chris Robinson on the run.
You're going to go over here. That's where I want you to go. Man, I'm running out of space over here.
I'm just going to start writing guys. I'm going to the back page. Chris Robinson for 8 yards on first down. I think we're going to see about 10 or 12 guys running. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, I've made space available.
You're so smart.
Halftime stats is going to be, it's going to make career education player of the game pretty tough, though. Because you're going to have, stat-wise, your leading scorers may be out of the game and not playing the second half.
That's true.
Nice gain.
On that time, Brandon Tuck Hayden gets the run.
Stopped by Dontel Palmer.
By how much?
He chews off 9 yards.
Griffins.
9 there. And back to Sam's back in the tailback. So 3 different guys on 3 different plays. Nice little one-cut move, and he's pulled down. Maybe with a face mask, but no call.
Marquis Sam's on the carry. Gain of about 2 before he's stopped by Norman Taylor.
Kenmore doing a much better job defensively than they did to come out to start the ball game.
2nd and 8 for
Yeah,
Buchtel.
almost caught off guard with the speed of the Griffins as they had their big pass play, then the safety, and then the run of 24 yards by Sam's, and then it's like, oh yeah, we got to turn up the dial on the speedometer. The slot receiver is wide open.
2nd and 8. They're going to go outside. That's going to be a hold. That actually was a domination, I think.
And he's going to run.
Sam's
Touchdown, Marquis
goes in, but it's going to
Sam's
come
on the
back.
carry, but there is a flag on the play.
They're going to get Marquis. They're going to get Marcus Cunningham, and
most disheartening thing out there. You run 28 yards on a great play.
I feel you, Marcus.
And then you dance in the end zone. It's like, there's a touchdown, and there's a flag on the play. And you're
you always should peek, because you should almost expect it. I'd like to see that again. I think Cunningham just manhandled him. I mean, I don't think he got outside the pads. I think once he turned his back, if you're engaged and a guy turns his back on you, you're allowed to stay engaged on him.
It is
Heck
holding
on.
called against the
They
Griffs.
say.
Cunningham didn't like the call, and neither did I.
40 yards of penalties so far for the
Yep.
Griffins.
I think that was just a good kick-out block.
Well, just a bigger challenge for the Griffins. They're looking to pass.
A little bit too early on that one. And we got a little extracurricular activity on the backside. They get control and
4th
Blow
target
it
for
dead.
Gable so
Pass
far in
intended
the
for Ronald
game.
Gable. Caleb Bowers on the coverage.
it'll be 3rd and 20 now for Buchtel.
I had 1 too many targets. Only 3 targets. I added 1.
You are the target.
Well, because the
the
one was
target
brought back by penalty. That's not really a target.
Negates it.
It does. But in pen, still stays on stat sheet.
Not bad. Yeah. Harvey out here on the near side. He's looking that way. Oh, good
great
route. Wasn't that a good route?
Turn, right back, ball was there. Turns and catches for Harvey.
Didn't get enough for the first down, but he got more than half of it back. Boy, that was a good route, man.
Stopped by
And delivered on
Matt
time.
Andre Skinner.
14-yard catch. 3 for 5 passing by Bryce Taylor. But you got like 53, 32, 14 yards, so they're big gains that he's hitting.
Harvey is his biggest target so far. 3 receptions. Gable and Pace with a reception also.
That can't be right.
5 for 7. I got him at.
Yeah.
4th down and 8 now.
Sorry.
Going to go up top, and he's got a man open, but just a little bit over the wrong shoulder. Pass intended for number 30, Michael Connolly, as he broke open late, but just a little too far. Ball will go back to Kenmore on downs. Had him open right up the seam there on 4th down, but just a little too tall.
So the Cardinals will take
And
over
they-
on downs.
Cardinal defense holds for the 2nd time.
1st and 10 from the
Yeah, and it's an
7-yard
interesting
line.
play so far. The Cardinals kind of out of necessity needing to pass the ball more. And Buchtel, I don't really know why. They've kind of gone away from the run game. They've had some better stops at the defensive line, but they've been able to move so many different players in there. Tuck Hayden hasn't got that. Sam's, they haven't got anybody kind of rolling yet, running the ball. They had success early and have gone away from it.
Little pitch and catch there to Javier Salter. Get about 2 yards on the gain. A little pop pass from the tight end slot.
Second and 8 now. 8:15 here in the second quarter.
For a short game for the Cardinals.
That one too tall, almost.
I don't think it was intended for him.
Yeah.
He's throwing with a glove. You
Yeah.
throw the glove? That's a tough.
pass intended for Javier Salter. Falls incomplete. He's up 3rd and 9 for the Cardinals.
You know who number 13 is?
Mm-mm.
We got that.
No.
Oh, we'll get it after.
No, he's got
The same stuff we have.
pretty
less.
much, yeah.
Plenty of time. Good pressure. Gets it away.
Yeah, that one just fluttered up there.
Probably a little bit of confusion with 2 receivers there.
Yeah, no
who
spacing.
The intended target was, because they were both almost on each other. You know, you're not looking to see, you know, hey, this guy's next to me, Jerome Hall.
And here's the problem with being behind and having to throw the football as much as they are on the incompletions. You're keeping your defense on the field a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Now, if the clock
you
is
haven't-
running, it'd be a different story.
I don't know if they need to throw this much. We've talked about those little screen passes
Yeah.
have been effective. I mean, they're going for 10, 15-yard jaunts to try and get the passing game going. Good pressure coming through. I'm not sure if it was tipped or not.
I
It's gonna go
don't
out
think
at
so.
the 45-yard line.
And the ball rolls out to the 45-yard line.
Punt of
Take off
18
on
yards,
1st
and Buchtel
10.
takes over with good field position once again.
7:54 left in the first half. Your score remains the Kenmore Cardinals 0. The Buchtel Griffins 22.
Okay, so Buchtel takes over 1st and 10. .754, and Coach Powers is now, it's his turn to be upset. Harvey comes in motion, shovel pass to him.
It's around the corner. Great blocking
30,
again.
25, 20, 15, and what looked like it was going to be 5 or
12.
6 yards ends up going
DJ Harvey on the
for
carry.
32. And guess what? You got a couple choices for your player game now. And man, where was that play when I used to play quarterback?
1st and 10. Griffin.
32
Harvey.
yards for Harvey. Down to the 12-yard line, just like that. You see that play on a lot of Saturday nights. Buckeyes love that play. I don't mind taking plays from their playbook.
Yeah, when
they
they're
work.
successful,
Yeah.
people mimic success. Ain't no wrong with that.
Counter action here. Nice one cut by Sams. He runs over a defender, and go ahead and put that on the highlight reel, Dave.
Touchdown.
Right
Marquis
now.
Sams
Great
on the
third
carry.
effort. You could
Great
say.
cut to make one
Touchdown
miss.
run.
And then go ahead and lower to the shoulder and go power mode to run over somebody, and then the effort to hop in the end zone and get your touchdown. Sam's 2nd touchdown of the game. And that, more than impressive, 2 plays. Buchtel scores once again, make it 28-0.
Devin West is in to attempt the extra point for the Griffs.
Caps off a 45-yard drive for them.
In a hurry.
And they're changing the play.
Jamie Rogers checks in.
I thought that was going to be one of those where they're like changing the play and then they call hike and run the other direction.
Good job by
So-
Taylor, the holder, doing it. That's his job, to count and make sure you got everybody. He shows the leadership, and that ball drilled. That's out of here. Touch them all time. It's good.
So with 7
Buchtel in
minutes,
full
35
command,
seconds left in the
29-0.
first half. Your score is Kenmore 0.
Still 7:35 left in the second quarter.
29.
We have to change that battery soon up there, Peter.
It was like what we like to call an igloo. It'd be freezing up there. And we
Devin
talked a
West
little
gets
bit
set to
last
kick
week
off for
about
the
the
Griffs.
strength of the conference in general and just how this is part of
Phil Palmer and
the
Caleb
good and the
Bowers
bad of
back
being in
in
the city
for the
series.
Kenmore Cardinals.
Is games like this for Buchtel. Some teams played tough opponents here in their last week of the season, and they've got Kenmore. They're
you-
going to put up big points,
You
but it's not going to get them enough leverage to get in.
The way the Ohio OHSAA playoff system goes, you can't control who's in your conference, but you have to hope for them to win games after you beat them because you get secondary points that way.
Yeah.
And bottom line, there's a 0 and a 1 team win in this conference. Palmer gets outside on the return. Nice tackle on the far side by number 23, Kurt Jones. But we're gonna, as we mentioned, I mean, Buchtel played that tough non-conference schedule, got a big non-conference win against Cleveland Heights. Undefeated in conference play. You know, battled against their other opponents, which were 2 playoff teams, by the way, Hoban and Glen Oak, also teams in the playoffs.
Is it a
they
matter?
They had one game, I think it was against Toledo, somebody that they pounded where they didn't get a lot of points from, but just a couple more secondary wins and you're in. Brandon Tuck Hayden absolutely filled the gap on that one for, depending on where they mark it, a loss of a yard or 2. Yeah, we'll give them back to the line of scrimmage.
That was for Bowers.
Yeah, on the keeper there, just nothing doing. Up 2nd and 10. Bowers goes to the right side. Snap low, but it's handled. Throw, and you got a man open.
Great catch.
And a big gainer for number 20.
35 yards. 36 yards.
Jerome Hall again.
Jerome Hall. Tackled by Trishawn.
How many did you have?
36.
Wow.
But it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
So Hall 2 receptions now for 69 yards.
Yeah, 36. Hall 4 targets, 2 catches, 1 of 33 and 1 of 36 yards.
He's your big play guy.
Yeah.
Back in the shotgun, back to pass again.
Pressure release, now he's got to drop it off.
Pass tipped and somehow held on to.
Yeah, great
by Stovall.
Great eyes watching it come in. Stovall is
Stovall.
4th target, gets his first catch for 4 yards. And Vaught's got 5 completions.
And of about 4 brings up 2nd and 6.
Who else has catches for Kenmore? Do you have them?
I have Stovall with 1. I have Salter with 1. I have Hall with 2. And number 84, Mystery Man, with 1.
Okay. Fake the jet sweep, and we got tons of coverage. And he throws it up there again. Oh, Stovall did everything but reel it in as he dove for it, and it squirted out on him.
But he does have currently 18 attempts so far.
Yep.
Dylan Henderson on the coverage.
So 5 for 18. Not a great completion rate, but he's having to throw most downs under duress.
5:35 left, still in the 2nd quarter.
3rd and 6 for the Cardinals.
Or down in 6.
I just realized I have Kenmore down their leg. I like that.
Yeah. We're going to change the play here as they go 5 wide, and Kenmore going to call timeout. Or not. Hold on.
Timeout.
What are we doing?
Okay.
What does that signal mean? We were ready, then we stopped.
Let's do it one more again. Yeah. 5 wide. Drops back to pass, and he's going to go up top. Way too tall.
About 10 yards.
Intended for Stovall.
Stovall.
Bring up a 4th down situation.
Yeah, and what I'd like to see with them, I think the passing plays are the way they have to go just with this offense and how far you're down. But you do have to get a run play in there every once in a while, even if it's Daniel Svant running out. He rolls out and then he rushes just to give your receiver some help.
Holding again called on the defense. That'll be a 1st down for Kenmore.
Yeah, but they're
on
their 1st down. I mean, they've only earned 1 1st down, or sorry, 2 first
about
downs.
the 16-yard line.
send the man in motion, and they give it to Bowers, but he is absolutely smothered.
Bowers on the carry, met in the backfield by a host of Griffs.
I don't have it. Yeah.
42 on the tackle.
Amos Johnson. Oh, yeah, Amos got
Led
him.
by
right here.
Amos Johnson.
Amos Johnson. He did a nice job chasing that play. That play was away from his side, and he chased it down, did Amos. Which I think is a really good football name. I don't know. Do you concur?
I mean, there's better.
Puts up 2nd and 14.
It's not bad. I mean, it's better than
I've
Joe
had
Buchansky.
I've had Famous Amos cookies. They're not bad either.
He's moving them. New help in the backfield.
That one's way too tall for everybody, luckily, because Salter was blanketed with double coverage. Hall.
Pass intended for Jerome Hall.
Yes, you're correct, sir.
Hall.
Ball's incomplete.
Blanketed and double covered.
Yes, you're correct, I said.
To Sean Dolly Buchanan on the coverage.
Just looking to
Can
see
we
if you're
run
gonna
the
say
clock
it.
before I
Just gonna say it
throw you
one
out
more
of here?
time.
Third and
I don't know about you, Joe.
13.
At home, I'm not told I'm correct a lot.
I know. I don't, and then
Some
you can't
positive
correct
reinforcement.
anybody either, because
No.
then you get in trouble. You can try to correct your kids; they don't listen.
Why are you yelling at them, Dave? Because why do they need to have
Because you
candy
yell at
right
me
now?
all the time.
I'm just broken down here.
Oh, blown dead. False start
Oh, boy.
on the Cardinals.
Come on now.
Flying on the play. False start against the Cardinals.
I don't even want to know why you drew on your own hand.
It was an accident.
It was an
lefty.
Yeah. Look, do you see my hand? Is it drawn up? No. No, it's not.
Because you're not doing
I think my
anything.
pen
for the
is
Cardinals.
Yeah, because your pen's not working. I hope it runs out on you for being sarcastic. That's what you get.
Pens don't run out because they're
Third and a lot. Out there to the mystery man, but that's called
Dude,
close down.
He broke the tackle off of Stovall and still
Pass
made the
complete to
tackle.
number
You wanna know who it
84.
was?
Tyrese Pace was having a good
By
ball
Tyrese
game.
Pace. That'll bring up 4th and long for the Cardinals.
That's how you play cornerback. Didn't get called for a hold there, did he? No, he just went through people, and that was actually completion, but loss of about 4 more yards. 4th and quite a bit here, about 17.
Stovall on the catch.
Got to get to the, actually, yeah, 4th and 18. Got to get to the 7-yard line to get a first down.
Go
for the
it.
end zone.
End zone.
And they got a
corner,
spot
one-on-one
on him, but
coverage,
that one drifts out of bounds.
Yeah.
Pass intended for Caleb Bowers.
21
Ball's
attempts.
incomplete.
If I was going to say,
Johnson
Buck's
on
going to
the
have to
coverage.
ice it down after this one.
And the Cardinals turn it over on down, so it'll be 1st and 10
6
for
for
the
21
Griffins.
passing.
Attention all students, parents, teachers,
For
and
80
Buchtel
yards.
CLC fans. Come celebrate Halloween and support your school.
The hard thing
At
is
the
the low
annual Barnes &
completion
Noble
rate.
Book Fair today and tomorrow.
That's what's made it a
You
2-hour
must
first
mention
half.
Buchtel at the register for us to get a portion of the proceeds. The annual Barnes & Noble Book Fair today and tomorrow.
So Buchtel will take over. A couple new faces in the backfield. Taylor drops back the pass, and he throws it too far for Gable. Incomplete.
Who's number 13? 13. Oh.
Not for them. Not for them. That's for Buchtel.
Pass intended
No,
for
it's
Ronell Gable.
Kenmore right there.
Ball's incomplete.
Yeah, right.
I'm not going to ask him.
Yeah, I got you, dude. Why don't you go take a break?
Salters on the coverage.
2nd down. More of me, less of him. There we go. 2nd and 10 for the Griffins. Taylor back in the shotgun, split backs. Give his to man on the right. Carry goes to Miles Hall, who falls forward
Miles
for
Hall
4
on the carry.
yards.
Stopped by Caleb Bowers for a gain of about 4. Brings up 3rd and 6 for the Griffs.
3rd down 6, 3:15 and counting here in the first half. You didn't get 84 though, did you? We'll just say Mr. Man. Spoonie?
Anthony Spoonie's number 84.
They think they call him Spoon. You got to have a spoon on your
Yeah,
team.
he's
And a
Spoon.
Smitty.
Yeah, he's Spoon. And then Jarrell Daniels Swan is number 13. You're welcome.
Throw in traffic. Good pressure there.
I'm totally off on stats
I
now.
got you. Miles Hall had a run of 4 yards, and we had 2 incompletions. You missed
Gonna bring up 4th and 6 for the
absolutely
Griffs.
nothing.
2 incomplete. Hold on. Who are the incompletions to? Oh, he doesn't know.
I'm just the play-by-play guy. I can't do every stat. Well,
Hall had-
one was to Ronald Gable, and the last one was to, not sure. Last one was to
Who ran? Who ran the ball?
Miles Hall, number 20.
Okay, yeah.
Bookle
Timeout
gonna
called by
take
the
timeout.
Griffs.
They got to get their punt coverage ready because they have not had to punt for quite a while.
How many yards did Hall get?
Got 4 yards, 4th and 6.
Attention all students, parents, teachers,
Woo,
and
missed
Bookle
really nothing.
CLC
So
fans.
Daniels fought, we got
To
right.
celebrate Halloween
And
support your
Spoonie, is
school at
Spoonie
the
on our
annual
list?
Barnes & Noble
No.
Book Fair today,
That's why.
Saturday, October 31st and Sunday,
I was
November
looking
1st.
on the list.
Must mention Buchtel at the register.
Who starts football in like week 7?
IR guys.
I'm coming
Who
back,
trying-
guys.
I might be drafting the one from Tennessee. I
The
have no
annual
running backs.
PTA fruit sale has
I mean, no.
started. Please support the PTA. I believe they
I
have a
feel
book set up
like
today where you
since
can
my fantasy
order your
team won
fruit.
on a week that everyone was on bye,
But you're
now I'm
good
gonna
now.
go on a run.
Doesn't work that way. I mean, it could, but
I'm gonna go on a run, Joe.
I knew after like
Kendrick
week 3
West.
my teams. I tried to
He's
get
coming.
him.
I got him.
Couldn't get him.
Had a good game. Jonathan Stewart. I have like 2 number 2 running backs. No number 1s. Let's see Jay Anderson.
I'm starting like
starts
3
playing
tight ends. That's how bad. Gable gets the end around. He cuts it up, and he could go 40, 50. He's got 1 man to beat. Makes another cutback and a good run. And nice job stretching that play out so it didn't go for a touchdown. But
Ronell Gable
37.
on the carry.
Ronald Gable
Finally
for
brought down by number
37
20,
yards.
Jerome Hall.
Has he ran it yet, Gable?
well. No.
But not before he picks up the first down for the Griffs. First
They
and
have, like, so many
10,
guys with, like,
Griffins.
1 carry.
Yeah.
Hall 1 carry. Hayden 1 carry. Chris Robinson with 1
It's
carry.
week 10 and it's a
Delangelo
blowout,
Johnson,
man.
1
Let's
carry.
get some guys some
Brandon
touches.
McGinnis 1 carry. Mike Conley 1 carry. Amos Johnson 1 carry.
Making you earn it today. They're going to go Wildcat here with Brandon McGinnis.
Almost didn't catch it. Runs left. He's got a blocker in front of him.
And he's got, oh, there's a hold too. It's going to go. It's coming back though.
Goes out at the 6.
Brandon
Big game,
McGinnis on
don't
the
bother
keeper.
writing that one out. Illegal shift,
Finally
2-man
knocked
in
out of
motion
bounds
at
by Jontel
the
Palmer,
same
but there
time.
is a
That's
flag
got
on
to
the
come
play.
back.
Oh, Coach Powers just distraught. Had his hand on his head. Just throwing his hands down. He has a like, come on man look on his face. Where he like puts his hand out like, come on man. Come on man.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a bad snap or just mishandled, but McGinnis kind of one-handed that, guided it in. And we are right at the point. I told you it was going to be 29, didn't I? Right at the point where the clock's not going to run, and it hasn't run in this first half.
Hey, someone did wear their Halloween costume. Peter, tilt down at the track. Man with a beautiful country hat.
Man in motion,
Another
shovel
shovel.
pass. That's Pay.
He's running out of gas.
He gets to the sticks.
Tyrese
Gain of
Pace on the
17
end
for
around.
Tyrese Pace as he continues his excellent first half.
Stopped by Norman Taylor.
And those are the type of passes that I think would be helpful on the other end with Kenmore.
But it's hard to get outside on.
Yeah.
First and 10,
Because they're-
Griffins.
Nice gain and 7 for 12 passing now. And what? Oh, we got a timeout, Kenmore.
Timeout called by the
Chance to
Cardinals.
get cut off. Do some addition. What are you looking at there?
for passing.
What do you got going on?
Just get all my.
Here, you
I
read a
have all my
spot, and I'll give you how many yards
Okay.
that Taylor has.
City Series football provided by Career Education Department, where students can choose from 30 different career education programs. For more information, apscareers.com. Joe isn't done yet.
Yes, I am.
City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools with student opportunities in visual arts, including drawing, painting, ceramics, sculpture, photography, and computer design. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com.
Pierce Taylor, 7 for 12 for the Griffins for 177 yards and a touchdown. Mic drop.
That's a pen, buddy.
Halloween tonight?
So dramatic. Yes, of course.
What do you got? What do you got? You dressing up?
Yeah, as a warm adult.
Me too. As a grumpy old man. Part you were born to play. Gives to the fullback straight up the gut.
Oh, we lost the ball.
Yes, he did.
And Kenmore's got it. Recovered by number 22.
That was Amos
Andre
Johnson
Skinner.
on the carry, and it looked like he was going battering ram, and his own man might have got an elbow in there and knocked the ball out. Somebody poked it out.
Fumble on the carry, recovered by the Cardinals.
Oh.
First turnover for Buchtel.
No, Angelo Johnson has a fumble as well.
Yes.
Take better stats, Joe.
No, they got that back. They got it back, so it's first turnover.
I don't think so.
Yes, they did. Kenyon Burney got it back. Roll it. Hey, re-rack. But the clock is
that's
stopped
an old
yet
thing
again.
right there to say.
Re-rack.
Rack anything.
It's
back when you had
well,
tape
maybe
wheels.
you need to. Right up the seam. He's wide open. That's Javier Salter. I got it that time.
Pass complete.
Remember the game last night when Garfield threw 3 times the entire game? 2 of which they had to have. Kenmore says, forget that. We'll throw it 22 times and counting.
1 interception thrown so far by Daniel Spawn.
Yeah, I like the shorter, quicker game. That one's off of Stovall's hands, high and away.
Pass intended for Andrew Stovall.
3rd and 3.
On the coverage, falls incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 4 for the
So what are the
Cardinals.
kids going as tonight?
Carter's going as a Ninja Turtle. And
Raphael still?
Yeah, still Raphael.
Okay.
And Grace is going. I think she changed it.
You said she would.
Yeah, she's gonna be Mambo dancer, which I think is a great idea while you're inside the warm house.
I was thinking the same thing when you said that.
Idea when you gotta go outside where it's cold.
And that's hard for girls because all the outfits are skirts,
Good
pretty
for a
much.
first down for
Yeah.
the Cardinals.
I told her she should go. Carter, so Carter had his last soccer game this morning,
Okay.
and Grandma and Papa came to it, so he was pretty pumped. And of course, being the head coach, I sat him the first quarter.
You got to. Yeah. Send a message. I don't
He
play
was like-
favorites.
He was so ready. Second quarter, he's like, I gotta get out there.
They try the. That's going to be picked. Pace with an easy interception. Oh, and a good tackle by
Pace with the
Spoony.
second
Interception by
interception.
Tyrese Pace.
Yeah. Tyrese Pace is like, don't forget about
Tackled
me,
by Anthony Spooney.
the player of the game.
Hey, Spoonie, a second target and a tackle. Now we know who he is.
Pace,
Be first
that
and
is
10
a
for the
gift
Griffins
wrap,
from the
didn't you? You just got to make sure you catch
like
that
a
when it's in
punt.
the air so long. You almost have time to think, which is sometimes bad, but not for Pace as he pulls it in easily.
See, what I always worry about is I'm like standing there waiting for it to come to me, and then the wide receiver like jumps up and like runs past me and catches it.
Doing
and he's
this,
gone. Yeah. I'm like, here it comes, and then he like catches it above
And
my
it's
head
wide.
and keeps going.
It's in the wide open field where you can't.
Yeah, you're not looking really at him, but he just like jumps up, grabs out of the air, and keeps running. You're like, oh, and then you can't catch him. That's Dave Schick football right there.
Dropping back to throw. Nice pitch and catch to Harvey. Stays in bounds, but gets the first down and more. That'll stop the clock. Harvey's 5th
Pass
reception.
complete to DJ
Yeah,
Harvey.
16. Well, he's got 5 balls thrown to him, and he's caught all
By
5.
Andre Skinner.
Good hands, but he's also, we've mentioned it, he's running good routes too. the higher the level you go, the more important it is to be a good route runner, because those balls have to be on time and you're going against better and better athletes. Well, they fake the shovel. Yeah, and he loses his footing, or he had some real estate outside. As is, he falls forward for a yard or two.
Gain of about 2.
37 seconds, and Buchtel takes their second timeout.
Tackle there.
City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools Career Education, where over 95% of students have passed the Ohio Proficiency Test or the Ohio Graduation Test and earned a high school diploma. For more information, apscareers.com. Also, City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, offering open enrollment, which allows Akron students to transfer to other Akron schools for specialized studies. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com.
Well said.
You're totally on your phone.
I heard
taking
you.
Stats and reading all this stuff.
I'm taking stats too, because you said you weren't going to do it.
No.
So I'm wasting my time here. Here,
I said I was going to do it. I think this is your pen. I stole it like 2 weeks ago. But thank you, and you're welcome.
Shotgun snap, he fakes.
Right across the center. Good double move.
Yeah, but
just couldn't get there fast enough. Flag down, of course.
And it's in the area of either holding or roughing the passer.
After.
Ball's incomplete. Flag
Oh,
on play.
that's going to be.
Oh, my. Personal foul. Oh.
That's going to be after the play, so that's going to be the down and the damage.
And moving back. Coach Power's like, what? What happened?
What had happened was
he puts his head down.
Like hands to the head called against the Griffs.
How is his head not cold, Coach Powers?
Because he's like this.
I know.
That'll bring up second and quite a bit for the Griffs.
We call that frustration.
Well, second down and a whole lot to go.
And these teams have decided that
About
they might play a little dark here.
High snap. Left side, one-on-one coverage, gets separation, and into his hands!
Oh my goodness, beautiful throw and catch.
43 yards out.
And there's your player of the game combo right there. 6 receptions now for Harvey in his second score. Great ball by Taylor, great hands by Harvey.
And he had the separation just at the right time to separate and grab the ball and into the end zone untouched.
$174 yards receiving for Harvey. Woo!
Devin West in to attempt the extra point for the Griffs.
High snap, ball is down, ball is up, and good.
Up and good.
With 23 seconds left in the half, your score, the Kenmore Cardinals 0, and your Buchtel Griffins 35.
So Taylor to Harvey from 43 yards out, even after the penalty, just pads the stats on a 43-yard drive. I like how the drive was going to be like 30 yards, and then they had moved back, so now it's a longer drive.
$36-0, your score. Buchtel doing it really both ways. More impressive, though, with the pass today. Last time we had him partner, we seen him do it with the run. I love Halloween.
Halloween. There's only a couple of costumes. Man with a pink jacket.
Who says that's a costume, man?
You're right.
You take it. No, I got it. Sometimes that works. And that's where Kenmore's having their most contained, their most success is Buchtel needs to do a better job on their right side with contain. 13 seconds, and we should have maybe one more play here in the first half.
First and 10.
I know what you're thinking.
It's got to be a costume. What?
Thank goodness. That's what you were thinking. But we could have another flag, and we've only had about a dozen of those, which seems like a lot more.
Yeah.
The incompletions has been the...
That's been the biggest slowdown.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be the case, I think, in the second half because
we'll
the
see.
score is where it is.
Yeah.
So there'll be no stoppage of the clock.
Not if they score and get the extra point. Which, stranger things have happened.
On the fake, nowhere to go.
Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. And that will bring the end of the first half. All Griffins in this one as your regular season City Series champions.
And that's it for
Show
the first
why
half.
they are the class of the series. At the half, it's Buchtel 36, Kenmore 0. Dave Schick will get out the abacus and the graphing calculator, and he'll be back with first half stats here about 30 seconds before the second half. You're watching City Series football here on APS 15. And welcome back here to Buchtel High School, where as we get ready to start the second half, Buchtel going to kick off to Kenmore as they lead 36-0. Dave Schick with first half stats.
First half stats, looking at team stats, the Griffins leading with 177 yards passing, 135 yards rushing, a very balanced attack on both sides. On the other end, though, a very different story. 78 yards passing for the Cardinals and -6 yards total for the rushing attack for the Kenmore Cardinals. Dorrell Daniels-Vaughn, 7 for 24, 78 yards in the first half and 2 interceptions on the run attack. Andrew Stovall with 1 run, -2 yards, and 3 runs for Caleb Bowers, -4 yards. It's been a tough road to go so far. On the receiving end, Jerome Hall, the lone bright spot, 2 catches for 69 yards, 9 yards for Anthony Spooney, and Andrew Stovall, 2 catches for 6 yards. Javier Salter, 2 catches for 8 yards. On the Buchtel Griffin side, yeah, just considering bad news, so we'll just do the first stats. Bryce Taylor, 9 for 14, 2 touchdowns for 177 yards. Marquez Sams on the rushing attack, 6 attempts for 54 yards. He got a bunch of other with about 1 or 2 attempts. Mainly Michael Conley, 1 attempt for 15 yards and a touchdown, another meaningful one. On the receiving end, really the mainstay and the one going for a career education player of the game, 6 catches on all 6 targets to him. Derek Harvey Jr., 174 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns.
Low snap on 2nd and 9, and there's another guy putting his hat in the ring. Tyrese Pace with his 3rd INT, and he takes it back all the way inside the 20-yard line. 3 INTs on the day for Tyrese Pace.
Yeah.
I'll let you give 2, man. I'll let you give 2. Hold on. I'm going to clear it with.
Clear it with Ryan.
Yeah.
And Peter.
I think we're good.
Oh, you can't see. He just looked away. He didn't do anything. Oh.
How about we'll see, guys? We'll see.
Who ran it the first time?
Number 21, which I have as Darius Wood, or is it Norman Taylor? No, you got 4, and then you got 21 there. So is it Wood? I thought it was Wood. Or was it Norman Taylor? Smithson Swanson.
I don't know. Doesn't matter to me.
Continue to.
Not going to matter here pretty soon. I have the ball.
Uh-oh. Big number 77. Takes it into the end zone on the first carry. He's going to be lobbying for more carries. Marcus Cunningham said, "You're not holding on me this time." 15 yards out, and they're loving it, man.
It's a tank running through. How far is that out?
The coach is like, he's going to have to want to run all the time. 15 yards out. 320-pound tailback. Watch out. Cunningham hits pay dirt.
Well, the song has been sung.
I don't know. He hit that hole pretty quick, though, didn't he? He got that second level. He is like, I am not getting tackled. So 1 play, and just like that, the Griffins add 7 more. They're having a good time right now here as they're winning going away in this one.
Kenmore Cardinals 0 and the Buchtel Griffins 43.
I can't say too much because I just had our last soccer practice today, and we set up like 2 kids that hadn't scored yet in the season.
Try to get them to score.
The ball would go out of bounds on the end line, and then the other coach would be on the other end with them like, okay, you ready? And then we'd roll the ball out, and then have to put it in the goal.
I know exactly what you're talking about because you're looking for his it's a mob scene as there. He's loving it. Get some water, Cunningham. Nice job. Last soccer game, same thing happened at my Carter's game too. He did, however, we didn't know at the time though. He did battle with strep throat and still had 2 goals. He was in absolute slow motion, and now my wife appreciates why, because she's under the weather. Kick covered up by Anthony Wright as he gets on top of it. Woo. All Griffins all day today. Clock is rolling as we're.
I just think it's funny, like Coach Bowers, just watching him on the sideline. I mean, obviously this is a different kind of game, but never really in the face of his players. Does a lot in practice. Leans a lot on his assistant coaches.
Had a man break open, but could not find the connection with Stovall.
Woo!
Jamie Rogers on the coverage. Ball falls incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals.
I can tell you one thing. There's a team out there that just wants this clock to end, and they're wearing white.
Absolutely. They go deep.
Good throw. Oh, right there.
Good effort by Skinner as he lays out. Can't quite get it.
Yeah, look at this.
How many times have they gone up top today? They've thrown fly patterns probably 15 times.
We said it earlier. It's not a bad play for them. You're getting beat on the offensive line every time. He's really not getting that much time to throw either. To me, I think you still need to mix it up. You got to run every once in a while, just because they're not. He's still running out of the pocket again.
That's going to be picked again. He jumped the route. That time, number 21.
Interception.
In his last 4 throws, 3 of them have been intercepted.
Christopher Robinson jumped the route. Is that the 4th? Yeah, 4th INT
Yeah.
for Daniels Vaught.
And really the second one here in 4 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Clock keeps running. No,
No, not until they wind it. Now.
Yeah. A change of possession. I don't think anybody would be complaining if they ran the clock the whole time.
Yeah,
But yeah, there is specifics of when it's supposed
put
to
it in
run.
play. Now it'll run.
He's still in.
New quarterback in the game, number 10. Derek Harvey Jr. under center. So we're going to another lineman. 51. Javion Martin. And the coaches are like, I think we found something here. These guys are football.
Yeah, give a guy that's not supposed to run the ball.
13. Hey man, when you're blocking for somebody all year, I'd give them. This is a nice way to.
Thank you. A little thank
Yeah.
you. Who's our quarterback?
Timeout called by the Buchtel Griffins.
Why are you calling?
Don't call the time.
All right, timeout. On the timeout, I want to let you know City Series action right here on 8PS 15, supported by Career Education.
PTA moms.
successful program in education where adult vocational services have been providing career training to adult learners for over 55 years. 350,000 people have enrolled in customized programs designed to meet the ever-changing needs of Akron area business, industry, and government. For more information about those, go on to apscareers.com. Also, City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools. For enrollment opportunities, akronschools.com. Akron Public Schools.
Smart choice. Nailed it. And we roll.
Derek Harvey in at quarterback.
And Kenyon Burney, he's going to get a run. He gets outside and they cut the legs down.
I'm sorry, man. Why are you excited for a tackle now? Who's number 18? I have no idea. Number 18.
I don't know, because the guy he tackled was twice his size.
Yeah, but still. You're down 43
Number 18 for the Cardinals brings up 2nd and 2.
Hey, look, there's another referee down there. My wife gets pissed when I wear my referee outfit as like a costume. She's like,
got the right pants, man. They go out. That's going to be Tyrese Pace getting a run. He gets to the corner.
Don't go out of bounds. Gain of about 5.
Don't matter now.
1st and 10, Griffins.
Clock has stopped though.
Now we roll it. They just stop it to set it. Now they do. Hey, you got to, when they do this, you got to stop it.
No, not now.
No, that's the rule, man. You still go off of the.
Officials timeout on the field.
Shoot malfunction. Why are you?
5:30 and running here. Carrington Rice now in at tailback. You're making us work for it today, man. Rice right up the gut. Give him 5 on 1st down or so as he comes out of the pile. They're taking a whole new realm to the old National Football League tailback by committee reference here.
Gain of about 4 on that carry.
If they score another touchdown, I'm officially out of space.
7.
Yeah. I think they will.
Well, if they add another running back.
2nd and goal from the 7. Oh, fumbled the snap. Harvey picks it back up. And he'll get a yard on that.
Fumble on the play. DJ recovers.
3rd down and goal now.
Here's score for about 2 yards. Brings a 3rd and goal from the 5.
Gable in at tailback. They're going to give it to Gable. He's bottled up. Gets about 2 yards.
Gable on the carry.
Look at my carries in the back here.
They just spread them out. Like, they've got like 1 carry. Bless you.
4th down and goal for the Griffins.
4th and goal.
Angelo Johnson comes back in.
O'Shea Foster, uh-oh. He's going to kick. No, he's going to run it in.
Oh, you're going to call timeout?
No,
not ready.
No.
It's a running clock. Why are you calling
timeout?
Take the delay and just run it from 8 yards. Get your stats up.
3:44 left in the 3rd quarter.
City Series football right here in APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, offering universal breakfast program that ensures a free breakfast for every student. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. City Series football is also supported by Akron Public Schools, online at akronschools.com. Akron Public Schools, smart choice. City Series football is also supported by Akron Public Schools Career Education Department, where students can choose from 30 different
the winning ticket for this week is
business advisory groups.
915-5393.
For more information, apscareers.com.
You're
Once
done.
again, that's 915.
You're done here.
City Series football.
No, stop.
Over 350,000 people.
I just turned you down.
National credentials,
Oh.
apscareers.com.
4th and goal. Let's run it. O'Shea Foster in the backfield now. Seems like he's lined up about 9 yards deep. And they go toss sweep to him. He's going to cut it up, and he's going to get into the end zone.
Touchdown! O'Shea Foster.
O'Shea Foster from 4 yards out with the score. We've seen him move pretty well on a basketball court too.
All right.
He's got the lateral movement.
Where am I going to put this?
You need another page there, partner. With the extra point here, they could get to 50.
Devin West in to attempt the extra point for the Griffs.
And West stays true as he splits the uprights.
And it is good.
Another score for the Griffins.
3:28 left in your third quarter. The score, your Buchtel Griffins 50, Kenmore Cardinals 0.
And as you mentioned here,
You should.
let's keep it rolling and get everybody out of here healthy.
Attention all students, parents, teachers, and Bookle CLC fans. Come celebrate Halloween.
For the Griffins, they're
Support your
guaranteed to be
school
playing
at the
next
annual
week.
Barnes and Noble Book Fair.
Yeah.
Being held today,
As they were
Saturday,
going into
October
this game, but
31st, and
this is a
tomorrow,
good
Sunday,
statement
November
victory in
1st.
case
Please remember to say Buchtel when
Coach
you're at
Hayes
the
and the staff
register.
are out scouting. Remember the first time that they met the Dragons, it was
Devin
a
West set to kick off
14-7
the
ball
Griffs.
game.
Back deep to receive. Jerome Hall.
Buchtel was hoping to get that eighth spot and more than likely meet Akron Hoban in the first round of the playoffs. Points don't look like they're going to work in their favor, but they still, with the adoption or the re-adoption of the City Series championship game, will get a chance to defend this regular season title with one more game and go out an undisputed champion twice, I guess we'd say.
Yeah.
But nice for the kids to get it. Hey, if they said, hey, you want to put the pads on and play a game in Infocision, I'd probably do it.
Yeah,
I'd probably
I think
be
there's
hurt.
still a couple defensive linemen that don't have touchdowns this year. Oh, thank goodness. Hey, good news. There's plenty of space on the Kenmore side. Put some stats. Let's pad them up.
Oh, wide open. Nice pitch and catch there. Javier Salter.
How many yards?
I'll give him
Give me
8.
any yards, Joe.
Give him 7.
About 7. Stopped by Jamie
Give me
Rogers.
any yards. I'm here.
Brings up 2nd and 3 for
Not
the
looking.
Cardinals.
7.
Trying to focus.
7 yards. Trips left. Single receiver to the right is Skinner. They're going to go deep here to the left to Salter, and it's off the fingertips.
Pass intended for Javier Salters.
And
Brandon McGinnis on the coverage. Flag on the play.
whatever happened to pass interference? How come they don't call that anymore? How come it's always holding now? Going to tag McGinnis with the penalty, I believe. Oh, they do call pass interference. Okay.
Pass
That'll be
interference
15
called
yarder.
against Buchtel.
Clock should not be stopped, Joe, right?
Yes, yes. Until they set the chains, it is.
No.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Kenmore
you
from the
have to go-
45-yard line.
I think it's like, it's not even out of bounds, I thought. I don't know. I didn't rule that well, I guess. He's got the rules over there. It's like only for a timeout, injury timeout, something else.
Nothing doing there for Wood. Loss of a yard. 4-2 after the spot. Inside 2 minutes here in the third quarter.
Norman Taylor on the carry. Loss of 3. Shot by a host. The Griffins led by senior Miles Hall.
False start called, seriously? Come on, guys.
False start called against
It's
the Cardinals.
50 to nothing. The clock's not stopping out there. I'm telling you. It's not supposed to stop.
After they mark off the penalty, it'll be second and about
Do you get a
17 for
sheet?
Kenmore.
I don't think I got a sheet for it. No, I'm upset, Joe.
You're upset? You're always upset about something. Home run ball.
Way outside.
Pass is intended for Andrew Stovall. Ball's incomplete. Dwight Austin on the coverage.
29
Kenmore
attempts.
might set a school record for attempts here. I don't think so, but I don't know. Not a historic, prolific passing program in the time that I've been on the face. This could be the last play of the third quarter. Scramble and run for Vaught as he gets out of bounds.
Daniels Vaught on the keeper.
Give him a gain of about 9 on the play.
About 15.
I think they're going for it here.
4th and 5 for the Cardinals.
Doesn't matter.
Fourth down and 7. And no flag because it's going to be the end of the third quarter. No, they're going to get a flag.
This is where I'd walk up and say, I think I heard the horn before.
Yeah.
That's the end of the quarter.
Nope, they're going to call it on.
That does help. That's a first down.
Offsides called against the Griffs.
It's going to be close.
First down.
Let's measure it. Uh-oh, sarcasms.
Oh, that guy's
Building
come
up.
out?
Oh, so we're still not done with the quarter.
So you have to
Penalty.
play. You can't end the quarter on a.
Bet me, Buckwheat. Agree to disagree. I agree with you, but guess what? Make up your own rules here, guys. What are you getting pictures of over there? Well, since they flipped the switch, we're going to start the fourth quarter here. I'm going to sneeze, so take over, Monty.
Thanks, Joe.
I was just being honest. Well, all Griffins, since pretty much the opening kickoff, they scored early, 13 seconds into this one, and have not looked back. I think we'll be able to pick our career education player of the game, maybe at the 6-minute mark. Partner, what do you think?
Referee straighten it out.
Hold on, I'm looking up something.
No.
Yes, probably.
Are you? You can't you can't multitask. I forgot.
I'm looking up the rule.
So it'll be 4th down and a very short
Can you
one
just
for
give me the dang
Cardinals.
rule? Oh, yeah.
No, you have to read the. They're running it now.
So to start the fourth quarter, it'll be 4th and a
Clock
short
rolling
one for the
here in
Cardinals.
quarter number 4. Buchtel up 50-0. 4th and inches. They're going to stay in the shotgun. They're going to run a quarterback keeper, and they will get just enough for the first down.
A charge timeout at the end of the period. So that is incorrect. So the clock should be running at all times.
Daniel Law on the keeper.
Clock's got to go. It's not on his arm. He's got to call time for an injury.
And Dwight Austin.
Or a timeout.
Yeah.
It'll be
You already
first and 10
said
for
that.
the Cardinals.
Yeah. Because
Well-
it's usually an injured player, or, you know, something that the clock shouldn't stop unless you go out of
Well,
bounds.
then he
So we've
shouldn't
had
be
way
doing
too
this
much
then.
time. Let's just have it.
Well, it's his fault, though. I mean,
Clock continues to run.
Vaught gets up. Nice catch by number 1.
And that pass is
Andrew
complete to
Stovall.
Andrew Stovall. Good for a first down for the Cardinals.
Gained for about 17. Trips to the right here. He goes deep. Just a little bit too tall for Jerome
Pass
Hall.
intended for
Too
Jerome
tall for Hall, that rhymes.
Ball's incomplete.
Remember Ed Too Tall Jones?
Yeah.
Jamie Rogers
player.
and Christopher
Pretty good
Robinson
player.
on the coverage.
Really good player.
Brings up second and 10 for the Cardinals.
Well, fantasy football fans will be happy this week. Big Ben and Roethlisberger and Des Bryant coming back.
Oh.
Probably have to play against them. I don't have either one of them on my team. It still stinks. Deep pass in the end zone and almost mistimed the jump. Got just a fingertip on it. Fast defense by Elijah Young. We have 3rd and 10.
Pass intended for Andrew Stovall. Dwight Austin on the defense. Brings up 3rd and 10 for the
My
Cardinals.
feet are cold. I don't like that. Goes deep again, and Vaught going to definitely have to ice it down. Great catch, and went up in the end zone for a touchdown, and Kenmore's on the board. Jerome Hall, we've seen him do that a couple of times.
Complete to Jerome Hall.
22 yards out.
Jerome Hall went up and got it at its highest point, just kind of won the battle there. Kenmore on the board.
Got some points.
Now, should it run on the score? Or no?
It should still run. It should run and
Going for
unless
2 here.
Kenmore
someone
lines up
asks
to
for a
run.
timeout.
Attempt a 2-point conversion.
Oh, it's just making this go forever.
Good throw in the end zone. Tried to one-hand it. Incomplete.
Pass intended for Anthony Spooney.
Your
Salters, I'm
score
sorry,
now
correction.
50-6.
Ball's incomplete. So with 9:20 left in the game, the score is your Buchtel Griffins 50.
I don't know what that whole drive
Kenmore
was.
Cardinals 6.
You what?
What the whole drive amount was.
It
know
took
either.
over at about the 55, maybe? 55 yards? I think it took over about the 45, didn't they? Just speculation.
Six to 50.
You are correct, sir.
Terrell Daniels Walt set to kick off for the Cardinals. Back deep to receive.
Run it. Run the clock.
Brandon McGinnis and Tyrese Pace for the Griffs.
Got to go 10.
I just thought after a score.
And Kenmore gets the recovery.
An onside kick recovered by Anthony Sponey for the Cardinals.
See,
Clock
he
stops.
stopped it. He stopped it.
It's only after a score. No.
He stopped it. The official's stopping it, and then he's getting mad when they're not winding it. Anyway, now
Clock will only be stopped during an official's timeout, a charge timeout, end of a period, or after a score. Or after a score. None of those happen. The official has to call timeout. He's still going through his motions, but he's not officially calling
he's not
timeout.
right then. Shotgun formation. Vaught drifts to the left.
Oh, that's a good throw.
Under pressure. Somehow it got there.
Pass complete to Anthony Sponey.
Spoonie!
Tackled by Christopher Robinson.
Someone had to say it.
No, it wasn't. No, because he's on this side.
Who's up there? Hall?
Yep.
No, Spoonie. I got to take it away.
That's all right. We still love you, Spoon.
We still love you, Spoon.
How many yards did you get him on that one?
12. I remember when Clarence Weatherspoon was with the Cavs. Spoon!
They go deep. Stovall got a beat on it and a catch. A great throw and catch.
Touchdown pass complete.
Is it a touchdown?
Yeah.
Did they give him a signal?
The other guy on the sideline didn't say that he was out of bounds, so I'm going to give him a touchdown. Stovall on his 10th target, 4th catch. Goes from, you got yardage, take the sticks down. 21?
Yeah.
21 yards. Wow. 35th attempt passing for Vaught. Only the 10th completion.
Yeah, I'm done with stats, by the way. It's all you.
Oh, you checked out about
Until
third
next
quarter. Low snap.
Oh, I like the
Man.
movement. Oh, nice job. And
Already caught
Salter
it.
with the 2-point conversion.
And the 2-point conversion is good with the pass complete.
Uh-oh, one more score will be under 30.
That brings the score to Kenmore Cardinals 14. Buchtel
11
Griffins
for
15.
36.
Wow. When I played high school football, that's it. That's 3 weeks of passing right there.
Yeah, I think so.
Game has changed.
Buchtel Griffin
Some
fans,
for the better,
please don't
some
forget to
not.
Come out and support
Yeah.
your Buchtel Griffin football team next Friday night at Info
I'm not into
Stadium
5 wide
as they take on the
offenses
East
if you don't
Dragons
have playmakers
for
because
the
it's
city
just,
title.
well,
Next
look at
Friday,
Oregon.
7
When Oregon's
p.m. at
really good,
Info
they're dynamic, but when they're not really good like this year, their defense gets gashed for 50 points a game because they're on the field so much.
Yeah. The offense has to take up time.
Mm-hmm. So 7:27 left. A couple fourth quarter scores here for Kenmore.
Hey.
Respectability.
Brandon McGinnis and Tyrese Pace back deep to receive for the Griffs.
Recovered. I don't think these guys know what's going on.
They're not. They're stopping the clock. They are.
Dylan Henderson
They
recovers the
should.
ball
They
for the
should
Griffs.
keep. If they want you to
It'll be
wind
first
it, they
and 10
keep
from
winding
the
it.
50-yard line for the Buchtel Griffs.
It's not a change
They're
of
doing it
possession.
when the ball sets.
Yeah.
Well, that's a change of possession. Yeah, it is. Cool.
It's not.
Kick,
Change
kick,
of
kick.
possession isn't listed there. That's
Mhm.
after a score. I guess that would be I get off the kickoff.
Mhm.
So I assume you'd stop the clock before the kickoff. Once the kickoff starts, it would continue. So now he's saying run it. See?
But it took too long. McGinnis stays in at quarterback. Amos Johnson in at tailback. And the give is to Johnson. Right up the gut. Good hit by Fred
Yeah, I was
Roberts.
going to say, he doesn't have his hand really on the football.
Kenmore comes up with it, but forward progress was stopped.
Now, were you a guy that taped up the ankles?
By Fred Roberts.
No, I wore braces. I mean, I've done it before, but it'd be too tight even. And then they wouldn't put pre-wrap on us, so they'd make you shave your leg. I didn't like doing that. I like the braces a little better. The tape would hurt the bottom of my feet. Just got used to the braces. I still wear braces when I play basketball. Probably don't need them because I can't jump iron 2 inches. Give that time as the number 44.
I don't. I wear it every once in a while. Usually after I hurt myself.
Stephon Adams on the carry. Gain of about 1.
Stephon Adams on the carry.
Yeah, I know.
You got it.
I don't have anywhere to put them.
That's all good. Hey, next possession change. Why don't you go ahead and give us your player of the game? I think I know who it is. Or 2, if you want to get 2. It's up to you.
I got to find some obscure one to use.
I don't think you do.
No.
I don't think you do today. Give to the first man through, and he's got real estate. 5, 10, 15, 20 yards.
24.
24 on the carry.
On the carry.
Ooh.
D'Angelo Johnson from the fullback slot.
Second carry the whole game. I mean, it feels like you can run anybody in there you want, but you still have most of the offensive line still in. Just because there isn't really a ton of depth. That offensive line that you can like swap all 5 of them out. So you still have a really good line in front of everybody.
McGinnis on the keeper. Gets around the end. He's got a slew of blockers.
Oh, gosh.
And he tried to run him over. If he just would have waited a little bit longer. And that's going to come back, though.
Flag on the play.
See this. Penalty going to take us back.
I'll bring up first and about 23 for the Griffs after they walk off the penalty.
Inside 4 minutes now.
Oh, my.
25, Elijah Young in the backfield. McGinnis back to throw. He guns it deep and over the head of number 7, Dion Henderson.
Pass intended for Dylan Henderson. Ball's incomplete.
McGinnis shows the
Quan
strong
Davis
arm.
on the coverage.
There really aren't that
Second and quite a
different of
bit for the
stats
Griffs.
from the first half because the second half has had so many different offensive players for Kenmore, or for Buchtel, I mean.
Uh-huh. Wide open, and that's going to be a touchdown.
Touchdown! Pass complete to
Tyrese Pace, go ahead.
Who?
Go ahead and put an exclamation on. You want me to pick one? You pick one? Just pick 2. You got to pick 2 today.
I think I picked him.
2?
He's right there. Just got the ball.
I think you should pick 2.
Oh, okay.
I think you should pick this guy too.
Yeah, obviously.
And him.
And him. Him too.
It's a no-doubter. You don't even have to give their stats. You can just say enough said.
We have to give their stats. Doesn't make a case. What if there's people that haven't watched the whole game?
Oh, probably a few.
This would be a highlight game. A game in which you could just watch the highlights.
And there's plenty of them. 56, now 57-14.
And it is good. With 2:51 left in the fourth quarter. The score is the Kenmore Cardinals 14 and your Buchtel Griffins 57.
All right, so not a lot of different stats. Bryce Taylor, 9 for 14, 2 touchdowns, 144 yards, the same in which he had in the first half. He didn't really add anything in the second half because he wasn't in for any of the second half, really. And they've had about 8 other ball carriers come in.
Please remember to mention Bookle at the register.
Yeah, so 8 new ball carriers in the second half. 9 for 14 passing, 2 touchdowns, 177 yards, and no interceptions. On the other end, Darrell Daniels-Vaughn currently with 36 attempts and 11 completions. Let's see, he was at 78 yards. Hold on, let me get his. We'll just finish Bookle first. Obviously, the main person, 6 catches, 174 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Derek Harvey Jr., an outstanding play. And the other person, Tyrese Pace, has a 39-yard receiving touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and an outstanding 3 interceptions on the defensive backside as well. Those would be my 2 career education players of the game. One being Derek Harvey, over 174 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns, all 6 targets caught, 4 receptions, and then Pace 3 interceptions and a receiving touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Career education player of the game brought to you by our supporter, the Career Education Program, where Adult Learning Services have been training adult learners for over 55 years. 350,000 people have enrolled in customized programs designed to meet the ever-changing needs of Akron area business, industry, and government. For more information, apscareers.com. The only stats that have changed have been the Cardinals, and we'll add another 5-yarder onto their total.
Yeah, that
there.
was a no-doubter.
Come on, Spoony. Boston and a half.
False start against the Kenmore Cardinals.
Inside 2 minutes now in the ball game. 57-14.
Daniels-Vaughn, 11 completions on 36 attempts, and he's going to go for another one here. Right now, 135 yards. Now he's going to run it out.
He gets the momentum going, yards. Gets out of bounds.
On his seventh carry of the go-around so far. Still hasn't gotten into positive yards yet running.
Well, with
135 yards passing and 4 interceptions, 2 touchdowns here in the second half. His main target has been either between Stovall with 4 catches and Jerome Hall with 4 catches and a touchdown. It's been pretty horrible, really, overall.
Another incompletion. With the win, Buchtel will move to 8-2, a perfect season in the City Series of 6-0. With the loss, Kenmore drops to 1-9.
Jerome Hall, 4 catches for 103 yards and a touchdown.
There you go. Buchtel will continue their season next week in the City Series title game. We'll have it for you from InfoCision Stadium as they face the upstart East Dragons. Nice job keeping the feet in bounds.
Pass complete to Jontel Palmer.
Jontel Palmer with it.
Those stats not included in my totals.
It's okay. Oh, you're kidding me. Kenmore going to take a timeout.
I have no response if you'd like to read.
Let me just wrap us up here, and we'll get out of here right at the end of the game. Again, we preluded our next telecast in the regular season matchup that we had for you here on APS 15. Buchtel held on in a hard-fought game to beat East by a score of 14-7. Much more offense from them today.
We want to thank all of those that helped make this possible.
Let's do it. Let's thank everybody that made this possible.
That's where I thought you were going.
I am going to do that. Why
That was a long
stealing my
prelude.
thunder? Well, it's because the clock's done. I'm not going to cut out before the end of the game, but we're going to cut out right at it. So anyway, let's thank everybody that makes this possible. Why don't you just go ahead and do it? Well, for Ryan Rittenhouse, and he's Dave Schick, the wise guy. I'm Joe Pekansky, and Peter George, the guy that brings you the pictures and battles the elements. We paid the bills, and there's a fumble, but let's wind it out.
Fumble called by Amos Johnson.
24, 21 seconds, and now we're going to stop it. Why? Change possession, and then that's it. We'll run one more play, and then we'll fade to black. The Griffins left no doubt about 13 seconds into this one, and they continue to dominate.
They had 2 scores in under 2 minutes.
A block and a block punt. It was pretty much in the hand by 12:07.
They were who we thought they were.
They don't need to run another play, and I don't think they will run another play. Congratulations to your City Series regular season champions. They'll try to make it a tournament championship next week as well at InfoCision Stadium. We'll see you until then on Friday evening.
And that's the end of the game.
We'll see what happens. So congratulations to the Coach Powers and the Buchtel Griffins as they win going away 57-14. See you next time.